Hi everyone, good afternoon, or good evening. So, today I wanted to play something other than XCOM, because we've done a lot of that in the last few weeks or months. And I mean, after doing basically 2 campaigns simultaneously, yeah, I needed a little bit of variety. And this is a game that actually came out in early access 3 days ago, on like the 23rd of March, of May. And it's published by Hooded Horse. They publish a lot of good games, so I figured I can check it out. This is basically a Roguelike Kingdom Builder kind of game. I haven't played it yet, so we'll check it out. That's what this stream is for, to check it out. Yeah, I heard it's fun. A few people I know recommended it, so yeah, I figured I'll take a look. It's also like $10, by the way. There's a demo if you want to check it out yourself. So let's jump straight into it, shall we? I got 0 hours in this. This is literally my first time playing it. King of nothing. Okay. Okay, I guess all of that is locked, because we're only just getting started. Alright, alright. Difficulty, peasant. Okay, squire, knight. Alright. Yeah, like I said, I don't know anything about this yet. Alright. Well, let's just see what's actually going on with this game to begin with. These are your enemies. Okay. Drag your castle onto an empty plot. Alright. Hurl the stone projectile onto your enemies. Blacksmith. Every year adds plus 2% attack damage to adjacent troops and constructions. Drag a troop card onto an empty plot to create an army. Alright. That's our close range, guys. Click on your enemies to use your castle's attack. Oh, okay. I see. The Nothing Rebellion. Alright. Doesn't sound like it will be very successful then. Highly defensive melee troop. Well-balanced melee troop. Every year adds, yeah, plus 2%. Hover over any plot to check its stats. You can level up any plot by stacking matching cards. Okay, got it. So, including these guys? Okay. That works. Oh, you can speed things up over here, I guess. Right, got it. Yeah, Civ7 UI has already been changed. Yeah, you know, I haven't even been thinking about that game lately. Yeah, we don't mention that game. No one I really know has been really talking about it either. You can throw a card into the pit to discard it from your hand. This gives you back a small amount of gold. Okay, got it. So right here, that's the pit. So castle, we can... wait, so can you not upgrade that? Yeah, you can. Alright. And you know, it's something actually said many times in the past, and this applies to any game, really. If you're like a developer, and, well, maybe you're getting upset that people are criticizing your game if you've released one, that's not even remotely close to the worst thing that can happen. Somebody will always criticize your game or anything you create. The actual worst thing that can happen is that people will stop giving a shit. Like, the worst thing that can happen is that nobody cares. That's the worst thing. If they're criticizing it, that means they still kind of care and they want it to get better. If they stop caring, then that means they just gave up on you. That's it. Like, they're not coming back, they gave up. And it's really, really hard to come back from that. Really hard. Steel Coat cancels the first hit the target unit would take every battle. Okay. Every year adds +1 unit to one adjacent troop. That sounds pretty good, if you ask me. The number over each plot shows you the damage they dealt during the last battle. Okay. So 25, 95, got it. So I can discard that, I guess. Oh, okay, that's like one action that you can take. Okay, got it. King of Progress. Year 5. Labrat. Disposable melee troop. Levels up whenever adjacent plots level up. With no max level. Okay, no max level. You know, my first immediate thought is that there has to be some way to exploit that later on. It's either going to be the most useless card ever, or the most ridiculously exploitable one. Yeah, like there's no middle ground there. It's either going to be useless or completely broken. I don't see a lot of middle ground possible. A tanker unit that doesn't attack but reflects all damage taken, okay. Or I can just get Castle, I assume. Choose a Royal Decree. Okay. 9 free rerolls. Increases the damage, the damaging range of area attacks by 30%. All your units and the towers have a plus 20% chance to deal critical damage. Okay, sure. So let's get that farm. Like so. Okay. Cauldron, Trapper. Adjacent plots attacks now deal poison damage. 1 poison stack per level. Build traps that inflict damage. And the triggered traps accumulate between battles. Alright. So like, how far can you upgrade the castle? Okay. Upgrade it again. The sounds are pretty funny. Unit gains plus 1% damage whenever any plot levels up. Unit's first hit is always critical. Turns enemies into rats fighting for you. Rats inherit converted stats. Okay, that sounds pretty funny. Milord, the Prophet has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. Okay. Doubles the damage of the card on the target plot in the year of the prophecy. Interesting. So this one. Okay. Got it. Shoots powerful single target arrows. Okay. I mean, okay, so that's the max on the castle, which means I can discard this now. Alright. So, again, every year adds +1 to adjacent troop. Cancels the first hit that the target unit would take every battle. Okay. So +1 unit. Is there a limit? Doesn't sound like it. How long have you been playing? Like 10 minutes? We only literally just started. Like, we literally just started. So yeah, 10 minutes. A mobile tower that moves onto the battlefield to burn enemies. Okay? trebuchet! And ballista. I mean... Shoots 1 extra projectile per construction in your kingdom. Okay. Alright, the trebuchet for the memes. It's time to wage war against another king. Okay. These are your enemies. So there's the trebuchet. There are more and more of them now. This is eventually not gonna be enough. A library. Every year has a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of one adjacent troop. Buffs allies' attack damage based on its own damage. Unit causes area damage equal to 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. Okay, that sounds interesting. Buffs allies' attack damage based on its own damage. So... So, hold on. Yeah, this counts as a troop. So, I assume if I place him here, that farm is not gonna get in the way. Only one way to find out. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, there are more and more of them now. So, how many of you guys already played this, just out of curiosity? Well, there's the lab rat again. Ranged troop always attacks the enemy with lowest health, okay? When this building reaches level 3, it levels up all your plots, right? Let's go, this guy. So what's this? Oh, merchant, okay. We have 108. Deals weak but fast ranged damage. Ranged sniper troop. Always attacks the most distant target. Ballista. Wizard. Okay. And what's this? I played the demo, watched some vids. The game seems fun, but still needs polish. Well, hey, that's why I'm here, right? Or is that not the kind of polish you had in mind? Okay, none of these sound that useful for me right now. We can reroll. Okay, shaman. Build traps that inflict damage. And the triggered traps accumulate between battles. Okay. Well, don't have enough for that. So... can level this guy up. How's this game looking? Well, we only just started, but it looks kind of interesting so far. Oh yeah, I forgot to shoot. It looks interesting. So, blacksmith, scout tower. Every year adds plus 2% attack damage to adjacent troops and constructions. Okay, sure, I guess we can grab that. The layout could have been a bit better though. Oh, expansion mode. Okay, okay. Interesting. So... okay, over here. Yeah, king of nothing. I know, right? So are you really a king if you're a king of nothing? Isn't everyone a king of nothing? Builds defensive walls in your kingdom. Okay, well, that sounds immediately useful. So, okay, how does that work? Just drop it or what? Oh, okay, you need like space for that. Okay. So, scout the tower. So, plus 2% attack for adjacent troops and constructions. So, I guess that will work. Can you move units to a new square? Good question. The last XCOM video seemed brutal. Oh yeah, it was pretty brutal. The whole mission was brutal. I basically spent the whole day doing that mission. I'm glad I did it, but I don't think I'll be doing Uber Strongholds again. It was a good challenge, but ultimately 7-8 hours for one mission is a bit much. Unit causes area... Oh, this is an enchantment. Okay. Sure. So every poison effect, okay. Doubles the movement speed of your units. Gambling. Receive 2 cards after every battle. You can no longer choose your loot. Any gambling enjoyers in chat? Alright. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, I play XCOM, so I'm used to RNG, okay? Definitely used to that. Okay, no, I don't think you can move things once you place them. As far as I can tell. Well, there might be some different way to do that later. Right, these are our lives, right? So... Well, let's try this enchantment, I guess. Right here. We got a stack of combustion now. Oh, no gambling. Oh, yes. Alright, yeah, so now we'll have 4, but we can't choose. So I guess I can just level up the soldier. Cancels the first hit the target unit would take every battle. Okay, so... Can you have, like, multiple enchantments on one unit? Yes, you can? Okay, good to know. We can do this. Our dudes are getting stronger. The sound effects are cracking me up a little bit. Overhaul. Destroy target plot to level up 2 random plots. Each use, 1 more plot is leveled up. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Not sure if I really want to do that right now, though. But I can place something else and then destroy it, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Okay, alright. I guess that works. Is the sound not too loud, by the way? Or is it fine? Because I can turn it down a bit. Okay, so... Farm, I don't really need that. Cancels the first hit, the target unit will take every battle. Let's just place this. Maybe we can build some naval units later on. Sound in combat is a little loud. Yeah, it does seem a little loud on my end. Let me just turn it down just slightly. There. Okay. We need like more expansion. Here you go. I think that's better. It's still kind of loud, but definitely better. Is the overlapping. Okay, expansion, yeah? Yep. So... Well, we got a farm here, so I guess it makes sense to claim something next to it. Makes sense to me. Levels up target plot. Tower. Well, I guess I can just place that and destroy it. Okay, there you go. That seems pretty useful. How many times can you level up one plot? Good question! Camel archers when? Is this the level? So 3? Okay, that might be it. I assume that's probably it, right here, at the bottom. Right, so let's level up the concabulator. Yeah, okay, there you go. So now it will be best to destroy that. Unit's first hit is always critical, levels up target plot. Okay, so I can place the walls. How is that actually gonna work? Okay, so you need a tile for that, but it places a wall around your whole thing. Okay. Good to know. Choose a royal decree. Unlocks 3 new random plots. Okay. That sounds good. Every time enemies attack your units, those enemies gain 1 poison stack. Increases the attack speed of your tower. Okay, well, I don't really have towers, so let's get exploration then. Okay. So, ballista, cauldron. Adjacent plots attacks now deal poison, right. Precision, wild card. Might just use wild card. And the discard one? Or level them up. Or rather, enchant them. Alright. So is the auto for like the castle attack? Okay, yeah, it is. Got it. Wizard, Spire, heals your units that are closest to death during battle. Yeah, that definitely sounds useful. Okay, that sounds useful for sure. Wizard, Ballista, Cauldron. I assume this is a merchant right here. Yep, okay. Maybe we can buy something good from that. Level 3 is capped generally, but there are exceptions. Milord, our diplomats can now make peace with an enemy king. Okay. Well, I mean, that doesn't really tell me much just yet, so... These are your enemies. Unlocks targets at adjacent plots. Target's cards return to your hand, up to 3 copies. Okay. Interesting. So, what'd be best to use right here? Okay. And now I can place all 3 again. But I need, like, enough plots with the ability to level up. Right now, almost everything is max. These two are not. Okay. Ballista, ballista. I guess that might be worth placing. Can I not place this? Yes, I can. Okay, there you go. We leveled up the walls. Blacksmith. Okay, that's maxed out. A wizard. Cast powerful attacks at a slower rate. Okay. Well, I could still have one, like over here next to the farm. I suppose that works. Yeah, that's the ballista. So it looks like you really have to think about how to use your space, because you have very limited space. I assume that's a major part of this game. Okay, so... these are all 30 each. Clone. Clone the card of the selected plot, okay? Units attacks trigger a lightning chain. Deals +1 damage and a +1 chain per stack. That definitely sounds useful. Unit gains +1% damage whenever any plot levels up. And that would have been way better early on. Earthworks, I'll take that. So 100, I guess we can reroll. Okay, 81 left. 60, 60... Okay, these are all 60. Spend 30 gold to increase every stat of a troop or a tower by 15%. Okay. That sounds good. Unit explodes when killed, dealing 10% HP as area damage. Oh no! We can't run away from explosions in this game either. Unit gains +1%, right? Okay, let's grab Carnage. You could say I don't like exercising restraint with explosives. Yes, so we do have soldiers here, and there are a lot of them. So that seems to make the most sense in my book. And the earthworks, so... Unlocks targets adjacent plots, targets cards, so probably this one. That does mean I'll get the scout tower in my hand again. Or the trebuchet. The trebuchet did less damage. Can I use it on the executioner? I can. Although he has 2 enchants. Okay, let's use it on the trebuchet. And then I'll just place it again. So what about this lab rat? Disposable melee troop levels up whenever adjacent plots level up, with no max level. That would have been better early on, probably doesn't really make any sense now. Okay, victory. Yeah, we'll try that next time, doesn't really make any sense now. Units attacks trigger a lightning chain. Okay. Well, we do have the wizard, but they don't do that much damage right now. Ranged troop always attacks the enemy with the lowest health. Right. Okay, you can have that. And let's get the trebuchet again. There you go. Well, no more space next to farms, unfortunately. How many plots can still level up here? Like 2? 3? Okay, that's fine. There, we have a max level wall now. No loot to destroy in this game. That we know of, at least. Alright. So, okay, here's another farm. Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me. Oh, we don't actually have this tile over here, so I can't place it here. We haven't actually claimed this one, so it wouldn't be as good. Okay. Let's just dispose of the lab rat. There will be the merchant one more time, so might make sense just building up some gold. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's build up some gold. There are more and more of them now. Alright. Expansion mode again. Yes, so let's claim this here. Then I could have a farm here and maybe more troops over here. Tanker unit that doesn't attack but reflects all damage taken. Yeah, so let's have a farm here. And defender. Alright. Well, we already have walls, so... Unless we can build double walls. Scout tower... Builds traps that inflict damage. Right, that is also a troop. Okay, why the heck not? So wait, can you place, like, more than one wall? Yeah, apparently you can, alright. Good to know. Yeah, there are the traps. Well, we're getting close. Receive 99 gold coins. Summons are stronger. Sure, let's get the gold. The merchant is coming, so might as well. Levels up target plot. Okay, the farm. Will I get rid of this? Yeah, the trebuchet is not doing that much, as far as I can tell. The scout tower is doing a lot, though. Still have a spot over here. Okay, get rid of that. We got 200 gold for the merchant. But not a lot of space left, so things like enchantments would be nice. Okay, well, here's the merchant. Every year, yeah, that's not really useful anymore. Yeah, a lot of these would have been useful earlier. We can upgrade our tower though, the second one. So, reroll. Summons one demon per level. For each dead ally grows permanently 0.5% stronger. Yeah, that would have also been useful way earlier. Tower. Single target tower gains plus 1% attack speed for each 1 gold you receive. Okay. Every year adds plus 2% attack. Okay. And let's reroll one more time. Okay, these are all buildings or towers. Alright, that's fine. We can max out the scout tower here. There you go. That'll do. Yeah, I don't really have any more space for buildings. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, that's one of the last rounds now. We can upgrade the defender. Okay, wow, they killed a lot of our defenders there. King of Progress is leading the final assault. Okay. Fine. So, right, that's a wall maker. Yeah, this guy is not doing a whole lot. So I could claim one plot here. Don't really want to destroy, like, a level 3 scout tower. Oh yeah, this guy always attacks enemy with the lowest health, okay. Let's do this. Then I can still place it. Okay, well, that'll do, I guess. Let's see how it goes. That's a big guy. And now he's dead. What the heck? Okay. Your kingdom has thrived. Okay, so I assume there's no real point to continue run once it's ended. So we'll start another one. Yay, level 1. King unlocked, okay. King of Spells. Interesting. So, yeah, so we saw the wizard. Melee area damage. Unit causes area damage equal to 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. Destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Units attacks triggered chain lightning. Yeah, we saw that. Shaman. Alright, well, let's shape Squire. These are your enemies. Alright. Looks a bit different. Heals your units that are closest to death during battle, okay? That definitely sounds useful. But let's have some troops first. Mercenary. Strong but thick warriors for hire. You always have 1 unit for each 15 gold your own. Okay. Every year adds plus 2% attack speed to adjacent troops and constructions. Strike your opponents. Okay, let's get the beacon then. In the middle. Converter. Reinforce. Unit gains plus 1% damage whenever any plot levels up. Well, that would be useful to get very early on, I guess. So we'll grab that. But we need more troops. Citadel, Vault, plus 3 gold at the end of every year. Spend 30 gold to increase every stat of a troop, okay, or tower by 15%. Let's grab the Citadel, I guess. That looked a little bit close. Yeah, I need like more troops and shit. Maybe you should test the lab rat. So, disposable melee troop levels up whenever adjacent plots level up, with no max level. Let's test that, I guess. Your wizards now have 100 attack points, but only 1 HP. Okay. Increases the attack speed of your towers. 9 free rerolls. I assume that includes future towers, like any towers, ever. Okay, let's try the Blabrat. See how that goes. Yeah, it's actually pretty close now. Heals your units that are closest to death during battle. Okay, Warlock. I need to level this guy up. Before we actually start losing. So I assume if you lose, like, that's it? Citadel, Labrat. Okay, Citadel. That was the damage of the card on the target plot in the Year of the Prophecy, okay? This one. Yeah, so we need something damaging there. Okay, level up the Citadel for now. Okay, yeah, that's actually really close. Over-invest. Mortgage. Destroy target plot to receive 30 gold for each level it had. Okay. Every year adds plus 2%. Right, we do have a beacon, so I could level it up. I think I need the Spire. So this tile will have the Prophecy thing. Let's grab the Spire to heal. Hopefully that will help. Well, it does help a bit. Wizard. Library offering. Every year has a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of one adjacent troop. Okay. Cast powerful attacks at a slow rate. Okay, I need more troops. Now it is time to wage war against another king. Okay. So I can choose. Well, I haven't seen this guy yet, so... Alright, so let's have the wizard over here. Alright, looks good. Summons 1 demon per level. For each dead ally, grows permanently 0.5% stronger. Okay. Area damage turret. Every year sacrifices adjacent unit per level to gain plus 2 damage. Yeah, I need something on that tile with the prophecy. Something damaging. I mean, I guess we can try this mangler thing. So sacrifices an adjacent unit per level to gain +2 damage. Okay, let's test that, I guess. See how that goes. Warlock, Wizard, Static. Okay, Wizard. And there's the Merchant. We got 90 gold. Dispenser, Shrine. Spends 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. That sounds pretty decent. I might grab that. Alright. Heck, we could get 2 and level it up immediately. Sure. So... destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Well, I could get rid of the lab rat. So far, like, I'm not super impressed. With that said, I haven't really leveled it up. But we could get rid of that. Levels up target plot. Clone the card of the selected plot. Earthworks. Okay. So... I could target the Spire with that. Or the Mangler. Okay, here. Get 2 more tiles. And let's grab the Shrine, I guess. So spends 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. Now, I still want the Mangler. So we can place it back up. So spends 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. Alright. That'll do. What's this? Oh yeah, that's the Zenith thing. So doubles the damage of like the target plot. Assassin troop that jumps to enemy's backline, okay. Dispenser. Plus 1% attack speed for each 1 gold you receive. Alright. So this is single target. Expansion, I assume. Okay, so... here. So I'll get that guy. Pretty interesting game so far. I'm curious to see just how much variety there is in it. And like, the rules are simple, but I can already see there are a lot of different synergies. And you actually have to really think about them. Units attacks heal it for 25% of damage dealt. If an adjacent unit dies in battle, summon an imp to fight in its place. Okay. Let's get the heal. Right, level up the beacon. Now it's maxed out. Alright, that's good. So, Mercenary Vault Dispenser. Plus 3 gold at the end of every year. Okay. You always have 1 unit for each 15 gold you own. So, like, unspent gold. This is basically the hoard all the gold you can unit. More or less. I don't think that will be super useful for me. Might actually reroll this. When this troop kills, there's a 2% chance to receive 1 gold. Okay, that's kind of promising. We can grab that. It doubles the amount of healing raise of your spires, doubles your critical damage. All your units and towers have plus 20% chance to deal critical damage. Okay, I'll take critical damage chance. So let's try this thing. Chance to receive 1 gold every time they kill something. Make me rich! Yeah, this looked pretty close, maybe a bit too close for my taste. A unit gains plus 1% damage whenever any plot levels up. Unit's first hit is always critical. Lab Rat. I don't like any of these. I guess Precision is alright. For the Wizard. Or for the Thief. So this is an assassin troop that jumps to enemy's backline. Enemy's backline is, well, in theory, squishier. So, okay, Precision. At least that's the theory. Don't say close. Say you didn't overspend on current power. True, true. It's all in the framing, isn't it? So, unit's attack heals it for 25% of damage dealt. Unit explodes when killed, dealing damage. Okay, I'll take the heal. Okay, let's go. Well, we're definitely not overspending on current power, as you put it. So when this building reaches level 3, it levels up all your plots. A ranged troop always attacks the enemy with the lowest health. Okay, I'll take that. Let's see if actually we get to the end this time around. I could use walls. At this rate I might need them. Okay, let's elevate up the Thief. Yeah, Mangler is starting to ramp up. Hopefully it will do better. The Thief did a lot of damage there. So, Precision. Okay, so these guys have Precision already, right? Destroy target plot to level up to random plots. Each use... Right, so do I want to use that on anything? I could use it on the Executioner. That's probably fine. Oh, expansion, nice. Yeah, seems like an interesting game, but I would like to see more. So... Okay, I don't need any plot in particular right now. This one. Let's destroy this. lot of our units are really squishy and they die rather quickly. There's Vampirism again. I'll take that. And maybe give it to the thief, yeah. Here you go. Hopefully that will help. Looking a little bit better. Okay, there they tore the back line. Okay, don't really like these. But I suppose we can grab the concabulator. Plus 10% chance... 10% of all enemies turn into frogs. Okay. But it's not Wednesday. Receive 99 gold coins. I mean, gold seems to be really useful for the merchant. Every time enemies attack your units, those enemies gain poison stack. I'll just take the gold. Yep. So clone the card of the selected plot. Right, let's just use Vampirism again. Okay. Yeah, Mondays. Okay. So, Thief, he's not max level yet, is he? Actually, yes, it is. So, when your troop kills, there's a chance to receive gold. Yeah, let's go with that. There. Okay. Give me more gold. As long as we don't die before we meet the merchant again. Yeah, they're wrecking the backline. Almost 3000 damage there. So destroy target plot to level up to random plots. Don't really have a good target to destroy right now though. First hit is always critical. So I already have that here. I need like more troops to place next to the mangler thing. Maybe I'll just grab the lab rat. Choose a king to make peace with. Okay. Okay, lab rat will have to do. To feed the mangler. I need more troops to feed the mangler. Good damage though. Getting better. Okay, well, there are some troops. So, mercenary. You always have one unit for each 15 gold you own. Does that mean you can't have less than one? Like, ever? Would that make for infinite fodder? I guess we can try. But maybe it would. Let's find out. Yeah, if that would make for infinite fodder, then yeah, that would be a good combo. Sounds like it. I just need to get more money now. Maybe I should have built that vault after all. Unit causes, okay, heals. I can, okay, no, the spire is maxed out already. Let's get combustion, I guess. Right, so there's the merchant. Scapegoat. Passive backline unit. If killed in battle, generates 3 gold per level. Okay. I might actually grab that. Bomber. Runs towards the enemy and explodes, dealing area damage. Okay. Let's take the scapegoat. And... so the thief is maxed out. The warlock is maxed out. I suppose I could reroll. let's reroll. I mean, I don't want to spend too much gold. Let's just keep it a scapegoat. So, I don't want the scapegoat to get, like, completely eaten by the mangler. Which means it should probably not be next to it. We don't want that juicy gold, though. I can also clone it. Yeah, we're cloning goats now. Alright, let's clone the goat. Okay, well, there you go. We cloned the goat, guys. A lot, apparently. So does that mean this is the attack of the clones now? Not only that, it's attack of the cloned goats. Apparently. Well, there's the vault for more gold and more mercenaries. I guess that kind of makes sense? It makes sense to me, I guess. There you go. Yeah, we want to have as much gold as possible now. Summons one demon per level. For each dead ally grows permanently 0.5% stronger, okay? Unit explodes when killed. Destroy target plot to level up adjacent plots. Okay. I guess I could grab the demon's altar. We could also make the goats explode, but... yeah, the goats are in the backline, so they won't actually die that easily if the enemy is not targeting the backline. The demon's altar makes a bit more sense. Okay, expansion mode. Right. Let's grab the altar. Okay, some goats actually died there, that's good. Look at the gold. Almost 300 now. The thief is doing so much damage. So, beacon. Right, we got one already. Destroy target plot to receive 30 gold for each level it had. Do I want to destroy anything? I mean... I could destroy the warlock or something, but I don't really want to destroy that. Spends 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. Okay, I don't really need the shrine anymore, so I guess I could destroy that. They're all leveled up, so I actually don't need that anymore. At least not at the moment. Alright, let's actually destroy that then. More gold. Plus 90 gold. We almost got 400 now. Okay, the enemy armies are definitely getting bigger though. Alright, we still won. For now. Shaman, Warlock, Wizard. Buffs allies attack damage based on its own damage, okay. I could use something like over here that would buff all these armies. So... I mean, I can reroll. Let's reroll. Units attacks trigger a lightning chain. Yeah, okay, I'll grab that. Your wizards now have 100 attack points, but only 1 HP. I don't think... okay, no, I don't even have wizards, so no. Increases damaging range of area attacks. Receive 2 cards after every right, this is what we had last time, gambling. Sure, I'll take gambling. It's fine. As for static, so can I use it on mercenaries? Or just melee in general? It doesn't specify ranged attacks, just like any attacks, so I don't see why not. Okay, I don't see why not. There you go. Yeah, looking decent. Okay, mercenary. I could have another one here. Okay, I think that makes sense. Another mercenary. Maybe just place this. For now. Or I can destroy something. So, causes area damage equal to 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. Okay, sure. Okay, that's a lot of mercenaries. We got 2 stacks of mercenaries now. And 538 gold. Okay. So there's the merchant. So we don't want to buy anything unless it's like really good. Add 9 units to the selected troop. Okay. Earthworks. I think I'll grab Earthworks. Yeah, that's good for more expansion. I would probably have to target like the Spire or the Scapegoat. Alright, I'll take Earthworks. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. We want our gold. Okay, that was only 1 tile. That's okay. Maybe we should have the Scapegoat next to the Mangler. Oh, we're actually almost done, apparently. Okay. So let's have it next to the Mangler. Didn't even notice we were almost done at this point. Can't level it up any further. Alright. Place that here. Yeah, we're literally at the end now, so... I guess there's no reason not to place everything. Okay, that looked pretty good. So another mercenary. There you go. That's a lot of mercenaries. Okay, we wrecked these guys. Okay, final assault. Should be fine. So, Demon's Altar... I don't have any more space for, like, actual new buildings. So, I can't really use any of this right now. Nope. Nope, I can't. Yeah, this is fully leveled up. Alright, let's go. Looks fine to me. Yeah, King of Greed, he tries to challenge your gold. Yeah, sounds about right, actually. He wants my gold. Funny how that worked out. Yep, wrecked him. Actually wrecked him. Okay, that was pretty fun. So, another run. 30 minutes. Alright. So... Well, let's do King of Spells again, I guess. Okay, let's stick to Squire again. So these are your enemies. That's one way to do it. Buffs allies attack damage based on its own damage. I can level up the Citadel again? Okay. Well, I guess that works. Blacksmith. So every year adds plus 2% attack damage to adjacent troops and constructions. Yeah, that would be good to grab early on. Probably like here or here. Okay, let's grab the Warlock first. Troopless run. I wonder if that's actually possible. It should be doable with like towers and stuff like that. I don't see why not. Unit explodes when killed. Bomber. Okay, we could try the bomber, why not? But let's have the blacksmith first. Alright. Wizard, Spire, Combustion. Doubles the attack damage, the attack speed of your Citadel's lightning bolts. Increases damaging range of area attacks by 30%. Or gambling again. Do we want to gamble basically right from the start? What the heck? We'll go gambling again. It's okay, guys. I can stop gambling anytime I want. I just chose not to. Okay, so Wizard. And hey, you know what they say, right? 99% of the gamblers quit right before they hit it big. And I'm no quitter. Demon's Altar. Okay, I want to try that early. So summons one demon per level. For each dead ally, grows permanently 0.5% stronger. I don't want to try that early on. This should ramp up nicely, potentially. Okay, and we can grab the bomber. You can quit when you lost all your marbles. True. It's okay though, I have infinite marbles. So I cannot lose ever. Peacetime. That was the HP of the card on the target plot in the year of the prophecy. Okay. This one. Scout Tower, Blacksmith, Offering. Scout Tower was good earlier. Destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Okay. So, I could place the Blacksmith and then destroy it. But we can also destroy it later. Okay, we'll destroy it later. Yeah, I do. I do want the troops here in 9 years, but we still got time. The plan is to just destroy it a little bit later. If an adjacent unit dies in battle, summons an imp to fight in its place. Unit explodes when killed. So wait. Any reason not to use Carnage on the bomber? That's what they do anyway. They run up to an enemy and explode, dealing area damage, so seems like the perfect target for this. Yep. I need more expansion here. That's what I need. Yeah, we put bomb in your bomb for a bigger bomb. I heard you like bombs. Now 50% bombier than before. Alright, King of Nature. Haven't seen that yet. Or maybe I did. Static, Shaman. Okay, so let's get rid of the Blacksmith. We still got time, but... oh, Earthworks, twice! Really? Really? Okay, alright, alright. Well, I definitely want that. There you go. Shaman. Buffs allies attack based on its own damage. Alright, let's just have something over here. Add 9 units to the selected troop. Alright. Add 9 units again. Summons a fighting spore every 5 seconds in battle. Spores accumulate every battle. Okay. So if an adjacent unit dies in battle, summons an imp. Static. I guess I could add more units to the bombers. Why not? More bomb. Even more bomb. Now 125% more bomb. So this is a building, technically. Alright. So, Shrine spends 9 gold. Yeah, that was nice early on. I think I'm gonna grab that. Just need to get rid of it later on when it becomes useless. Plus 3 gold at the end of every year. That's probably still worth getting right now. I would spend 45 to get that. Okay, that might not be worth getting for 45. Adds plus 2% health to adjacent troops every year. Oh yes, Spire, so heals your units that are closest to death. I'll grab that. Okay, that's enough. We want some gold for the shrine. Yeah, so we'll grab the shrine. And the Spire. Warlock. Oh yeah, let's level up the Warlock. For now. Alright. So destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Okay, expansion. So, right here. Next to the blacksmith. Overhaul, okay. Demon's Altar. Adds 9 units. Clone. Yeah, we could clone something. Like the bomber. Get even more bombers. I mean, I don't want to rely too much on bombers, but... Hey, why not? We can get even more bombers. Level them up. Or just place another one. So yeah, I already have Carnage on them. But let's have even more bombers. I mean, the shrine will level them up. More bombers. Half of my army are bombers. More than half, I think. This is the bomber run now. Hey, Pinky. Yep, first time playing just today. Yeah, seems like a fun game so far. 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of one adjacent troop. Right. Overhaul. I might actually get rid of this mycelium thing. Okay, let's do that. There, level up the bombers. I'm not sure if this is like viable or anything, but hey. We're doing a bomber run, I guess. Abracadabra. 10% of all enemies turn into frogs. Okay, I don't really have summons. Increases the damaging range of area attacks by 30%. So I assume that would work on bombers. Because, well, they do area damage. That's their thing. They explode and do area damage. But I don't know if that would count or not. Damaging range of area attacks by 30%. I assume that would make their explosions bigger, basically. At least that's how I read this. So, okay, let's grab that. Even bigger bombs. Yeah, level up the blacksmith. We can level up the scout tower. Alright, more bombs. Judging from the damage they did, I'm pretty sure it works. Okay, I think I have Carnage on both. Okay, I do have Carnage on both. Okay. Another bomber. Well then. They will get leveled up by the shrine, so I could place another one. Yep. Can't place it next to the blacksmith though, but that shouldn't matter too much. Do bombs cause friendly fire? I have no idea. It just says runs towards the enemy and explodes, dealing area damage. So do we just go all in on bombers? Maybe. Okay, what the heck? We'll have all the bombers. Yeah, more bombs is called for. No Valen to stop us in this universe. Not that it would have ever stopped me to begin with. It adds 9 units. Alright. Ranged sniper. Okay, add more bombers. 30 units in this unit now. Destroy this for gold. Man, that's a lot of bombers. And there are still bombers left over when the fight ends. Mangler. Okay, I don't think that really makes any sense with our build here. Not really. Let's get rid of that. Imp. That doesn't really make any sense either. Yeah. No restraint here, sorry. Alright, let's go. See, we still had the bombers left over at the end. Look at this damage. Look at this damage. Nothing else I own is doing like anywhere close to that damage. The scout tower is 500, but... Okay, the blacksmith is maxed out. Levels up target plot, static... Yeah, I don't really need static all that much. I assume that's not gonna do anything on the bombers. Yeah, but I don't think it would. It's not that kind of attack. So that's likely not that useful for us right here. So... I mean, I could still place the blacksmith temporarily, but it wouldn't be that good. I need more map expansion, like over here, for example. I don't need wildcard because I have the shrine. So just sell that and sell static. Okay. There we go, expansion. So let's get some space over here. What was this again? Oh yeah, the wizard. And then we can have the blacksmith here. Alright. Destroy target plot. Okay, I don't really need that. Chance to duplicate enchantment of adjacent troop. And that's not really that useful right now. Okay, don't need sacrifice. Paladin, steel coat. Cancels the first hit the unit would take every battle, okay. Maybe that's actually good on bombers. Because, well, in order for bombers to actually do something, they need to actually get to the enemy before they get killed. So, that sounds like it would be good for bombers. Increases their chances of actually getting to the enemy to blow up. Yeah, I'll grab that. You don't need any of these, to be honest. I could still have one, but eh. I suppose I can always get rid of them later. Okay, doubles all enchantments of all your active troops. Okay. Gunpowder, so would it stack if I get gunpowder twice? I don't see why not, if it's being offered twice. Can you see, like, the details of this enchantment now? Okay, I don't think so. Yeah, I'll just take bigger bombs. Now, the question is it additive or multiplicative? That's the big question here. That's the most important question. But okay, let's get gunpowder for science. Yep, twice. So we got it twice now. Mangler, yeah, I don't really need that. I mean, I could still place it somewhere, but nah, that doesn't make any sense. More bombers? I mean, we can place more bombers. This is now the full bomber run. Why not? More bombers. It's not stupid if it works. And so far it's been working pretty well. Okay, steel coat again, yeah. On this guy. Don't really need the paladin. Let's go. Man. They're getting wrecked. Okay, make peace with an enemy king. Okay, not sure if I really care here, this guy. So, clone the card of the selected plot, right? We still don't have the shrine, so that still spends 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. Meaning, the clone is not that useful for me. Unless it's to place something new. I would place the new blacksmith if I had the space. So, okay. We can clone the blacksmith. Don't need that. Don't need that. Bomber squad, go! We're not quite close to the end yet. Okay, this is the expansion. So 4 more rounds and we'll get an expansion. So then I could expand like here and place a blacksmith here. That kind of makes sense. Okay, so don't really need this. Don't really need wildcard either. I mean, why would I when I have the shrine? That makes no sense. Everything is leveled up right now from the shrine. The shrine is really good early on. That seems really, really good. Like, insanely good. Okay, there's the merchant. Do we need anything? Okay, these are all troops. Some kind of enchantment would be nice. So maybe I'll reroll. We can only reroll once. I don't need any of these. Okay, that doesn't look too useful to me. Alright. Combustion. Unit causes area damage equal to 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. Okay, so... yeah, we definitely want that on the bombers. Obviously. Yep. Of course we do. Shaman. Alright, so let's wait for expansion and then we can have blacksmith like over here. Can you stack unlimited enchantments on the units? I'm not sure. You can have multiple enchantments on one unit. I assume there's some kind of limit, but I don't know. Maybe you can. Okay, a bit too late for the farm. But okay. Yeah, way too late for that. So... yeah, don't need wildcard. Let's go! We're getting there. So one more expansion and then one more merchant. So far we are wrecking everything with our bomber squad. So there's the expansion. Right, so... I want this. Okay. Yeah, another bomber, but I actually don't have the space for that. Unless I destroy something. Okay, don't need that. I want to see how, like, the boss fight will go with all these bombers. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, so far it's not really even close. 10% of all enemies turn into frogs. Unlocks 3 new random plots. Oh, heck yeah! Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's good. Oh, even more bombers. Okay, alright. Spire, Shaman. Okay. Shaman might be alright. Don't really need a Spire, cause, like, the bombers seemed like a bit of an anti-synergy with healing. Like, they don't need healing. They just need to run up to shit and blow themselves up, that's it. So 50% chance of duplicating enchantment. These are like the wrong plots for that. But we could try to duplicate Carnage here. Not sure if you can stack multiple Carnage enchantments on one unit. I guess we can find out. And place another bomber. Give me all the bombers. Yeah, we're wrecking them. I just placed this guy and he already did 1000. Okay, so can you stack this? Yes, you can. 2 stacks of Carnage. Okay. Alright. Works for me. Yep. So, last merchant. Unit gains plus 1% damage. Okay, I could have used that way earlier. Add 9 units to the selected troop. Yep, I'm taking that. That's a bit of a no-brainer, I guess. And add 9 units over here. Yep. That's 36 bombers on that tile now. So, yeah, we're almost at the end now. Might as well place some of these. Yep. This really is Carnage. Yeah, they're not lasting very long. It really is Carnage. Here's another Carnage. And yeah, we got 6 stacks of Carnage on this guy now. Okay. Another bomber, but I don't have the space now. And that's almost the last wave. I'm gonna miss this build. That was a fun one. Yeah, the library seems to work. I was getting more Carnage copies, so it works. Okay, this is the final wave. Let's see how hard we wreck him. So, okay, no space for the bomber, sadly. I guess we just destroy this. Alright, let's go! They should think about making a crossover between scapegoats and bombers. Yeah, maybe. Wow. Okay. We literally deleted that guy. We literally deleted him basically instantly. That was really funny. Okay, alright, yeah, that was definitely a fun build right there. The most balanced build. Alright. King unlocked. And another king unlocked. Alright, King of Greed. So, well, let's try King of Greed then. Train 999 units, build 99 buildings, level up 299 plots, coming soon. Alright, well, let's try King of Greed. That's with like the thief, mercenary, etc. And what about this guy? Yeah, that's like imps, bombers. Okay, King of Greed. These are your enemies. Cast a raid that insta-kills target. Golden enemies drop gold. Okay. So, mercenary, vault, mortgage. Well, makes sense to grab the vault right away, as far as I'm concerned. The sooner we get it, the better, so let's just get it right away. On turn 1, or year 1. Alright. Hey, palace. Yep, sure. So, mercenary, you always have 1 unit for each 15 gold you own. Yeah, that was very good last time. Let's just level up the palace. Alright. Palace again, blacksmith, farm. So every year adds +1 unit to 1 adjacent troop. Blacksmith. So are the mercenaries unaffected by this? Hold on, let me check the description again here. Can I not check the description? I wanted to check whether it said you have exactly this many units or at least this many units. Because that's two different things. If they always have exactly your gold times 15, that's different from having at least your gold times 15. But yeah, blacksmith is good, so we'll take blacksmith. Okay. Yeah, so blacksmith should probably be like over here. Do you not get money from Palace on auto? No, I think you do. Do you not? That would be weird. I assume you do. No, you do. Library. Library was pretty useful, actually. I might grab that. Yeah, since enchantments just keep stacking and stacking, library was really good. But let's pop down that mercenary now. To start buffing him up with the blacksmith. We got 69 gold. Nice. Alright. Okay, palace, blacksmith. Receive 1 gold for every 9 allied unit deaths. Okay, well, if we're going the mercenary route, we need anything that gives us more gold. So, yeah, let me check. You always have 1 unit for each 15 gold you own. Okay, so it sounds like you always have exactly 1 unit for each 15 gold. Meaning that he would not be affected by anything that in theory gives you more. Although he still might be affected. Right, let's level up the blacksmith. Thief. Thief was pretty good earlier. Spend 30 gold. Okay, we can also just level up the vault. Does that actually give more gold? Yeah, it does, right? Yeah, let's level up the vault. Okay. We need all the gold. Pretty fun game so far. I mean, I've only been playing for 2 hours, but I like it. So, blacksmith. Just max that out early. Blessing. The cards on the target plot will level up in the year of the prophecy, okay? Or plots. Oh, 3 of those. Okay, okay, so we need to place stuff here in the next 9 years. Got it? Alright, let's just max out the blacksmith real quick. Greed would have never happened on this channel otherwise. Yeah, I never go for greedy plays in XCOM, obviously. That never happened. When this troop kills, there's a 2% chance to receive 1 gold. Yeah, I'll take that. And then we could maybe have the library. And duplicate this. That sounds like a good idea. So give them that, and then we can have a library somewhere over here. What's loot anyway? I know, right? I would never prioritize loot over everything else. That's preposterous. How could anyone even suggest something like that? Okay, we need like more defenses soon. Okay, that looked a bit close, but alright. It's fine. Wizard, Warlock, Combustion. Well, if I'm going to place the library soon, this kind of makes sense. Alright. Still got some time. So everything on these plots will level up. Right here, the Year of the Prophecy. Yeah, probably want a library here and then some troop over here. Let's just put down the library. Oh yeah, there, we gained a stack. I mean, it is 50% chance. Okay, definitely need more troops though. Okay, Vault. Could max it out. Unit causes area damage. Yeah, I think I want this first, especially since we have the library now. Here you go. Okay. Yeah, this might actually be close. I don't have too many defenses. Maybe we got too greedy. Oh no, did we get too greedy? Surely that would never happen, right? I think we got too greedy. Uh-oh. Well, we only lost one life, so it's still fine, guys. We did not get too greedy. Always attacks the enemy with lowest health. Okay, I don't think you can afford to get picky. Because I need to place something on these tiles before the Year of the Prophecy. I mean, I don't have to, but I would like to. So I'll just grab the Executioner. And there's the Merchant. So... yeah, we need something right here. Next to the library. Probably a unit with an enchantment. Can be mounted by adjacent troops. For each 1 HP it has, increases rider's stats by 1%. Okay? Alright. Now, I don't want to spend too much gold, because we rely on having gold to get more mercenaries. Let's grab the wizard. But that's it. Okay, so... this guy goes here, this guy goes here. Should be better now. Yep. Okay. Over-invest. Spend 30 gold. Yeah, I don't want to spend 30 gold. Adds plus 2% attack speed to adjacent troops and constructions. Well, I could have the beacon here. I guess that makes sense. And there's expansion mode. Yes, so we want to grab probably this tile here next to the blacksmith. Get the beacon. Alright. I need some enchantments for the library though. Okay, still mostly fine, but just barely. Okay, that one was a bit close. Will we actually kill them? We should. Yep, that was pretty close though. Okay, blacksmith. Scout tower was good too. Our blacksmith is maxed out. Paladin. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to be picky. Yeah, let's not be picky. I'll just place these guys. I need some stuff next to the blacksmith. Something defensive might be useful anyway. Yeah, the bomber build was definitely better. Yeah, I might lose a life here again. Okay, well, we still have one more though. We still have one more. Turns enemies into rats fighting for you. This might be a reload. A palace. Merchant's cards cost half of the price. Receive 90. Okay, no, yeah, I'm just getting the gold. We can max out the vault. Or let's max out the vault. Hopefully we'll be fine. I need some more enchantments. I could use a thief actually. The thief was really good to wreck the backline. So if I see one, I'll grab one for sure. Warlock, Spire. Well, we can level up. No, we have Wizard, not Warlock. Destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Well, I mean, I could use that. I would have to use it on the Paladin or something. So they don't do any damage. Okay, bit of a gamble, but let's go with that. Okay, Earthworks, overhaul. Okay, I would have to place something to really use the Earthworks. And I can't do that right now. I could use it on the vault. The copies will just return to my hand, and then we can place them again. So I could do that. Or we can just level up the palace and see what we get on the next turn. Yeah, let's see what we get next time. Probably destroy mortgage. Well, receive 30 gold for each level it had. I could get 90 gold if I destroy the building. So okay, at some point it's definitely worth just using this on the vault. Because it won't have much remaining value left before the end of the run. So then it's just worth using mortgage on it. Okay, I don't want to destroy any of these right now. I might actually destroy the vault right now. Alright, let's destroy the vault. We'll get plus 90 gold. And I might get rid of one overhaul. Okay, let's go. We got 417 gold now. Yeah, it's gonna be close. We don't really have, like, firepower right now. This might not be enough, and we don't have, like, walls or anything like that. The mercenaries didn't scale as well as I hoped. They scaled really well with, like, the... what was it called? Like, the fire thing? Yeah, they scaled really well with that building that ate an adjacent unit. But not so much on their own. Let's try again. Okay, let's restart with the same. palace. Yeah, there's the thief. I really like the thief that run. The thief was really good at wrecking the backline in an earlier run. Okay, palace again. The scout tower was also pretty good earlier. Yeah, we'll have a chance to get the palace again. I'll grab the scout tower. Alright. Farm. Yeah, let's go farm early, so right here. And then some troops next to it. Okay, so let's grab the thief next to the farm. Alright, good. Archer, Wildcard, Palace. Okay, I don't want to be picky. Let's just grab the Archer. All active troops gain 2 stack. Okay, well, I only have 1 active stack right now. 9 free rerolls. Let's actually try 9 free rerolls. That might actually be pretty good. So, Thief. Yeah, the Thief is pretty damn good. Okay, here's Bomber. Bomber, Carnage, Sacrifice. I mean, I don't have to rely on bombers as much as I did earlier, but they were pretty damn good. So, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, let's have bombers next to the farm. That way we'll add +1 unit every year. Good to get that early on. Alright. Blacksmith. Yeah, Blacksmith is definitely worth grabbing. I'll take Blacksmith. Okay, Blessing. Doubles the HP of the card on the target plot in the Year of the Prophecy. This one. Okay, yeah, so we can have Blacksmith here and then some kind of troop over here. Maybe it's something frontline that can tank. Yeah, looking better already. Okay, Vault over Invest Palace. I could still have a Vault over here, but not sure if that really makes sense. I suppose it still does at this stage. Okay, it's still early enough, so we'll grab the Vault. We can always destroy it later. It's only year 8. Oh yeah, Mangler, right? I don't think I wanted that this time, though. But if we get the mercenaries later, it could still be useful. But I wouldn't place it unless I knew I can get mercenaries. It was a great combo with mercenaries. But vampirism is also good. Probably good for a thief. Yeah, let's get the vampirism. That's going to be good immediately. Okay. Here you go. Put vampirism on bombers. Yeah, I don't think that would work very well. But hey, you never know. Okay, Vault again. Yeah, let's get Vault again then. That makes sense. Get more money. It's still pretty early. Yeah, Yeah, but I do need better defense. I think we might lose a life here. Yep, okay, we lose a life. Mangler, Demon's Altar, Palace. I'll grab the Mangler for later, but it might be a bit too late, or just get the Palace. There's the vendor. Adds 9 units to the selected troop. Okay, Earthworks is nice. I think I'll take Earthworks. Yeah, I'll take Earthworks. And that's it. Okay, we got a few more years to place something here. And that will double the HP. I wasn't going to use the archer here, because that doesn't seem like the best use for that. So, yeah, let's just use Earthworks. Hold up. So this is only level 1. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the Momor is level 1, he doesn't have any enchantments, but he did gain extra units. Probably makes the most sense to just use it on the scout tower. And then just place it again, or upgrade the palace. Or both. Alright. Yeah, you can upgrade the palace up to level 3. Okay, that's a bit better. Levels up target plot, blacksmith. Let's level up the blacksmith, yeah. Expansion. So we want expansion probably over here. Yeah, either here or here, next to the farm or next to the blacksmith. Okay, I still need to place something here, but I'm hoping to get something better than an archer, okay? Yeah, we do have rerolls, so I'll use those if I need to. Just don't want to waste them. Okay, thief again. I mean... Sure. We still got some time. But I need to get that done soon. In the next 2 years or so. We'll see what the new policy is. Alright. Labra, the reinforced overhaul. Yeah, that's a reroll, I think. Executioner. Precision. Well, precision is nice for a thief, but I'm looking for a troop to place over here, because that will double its health. Defender. Tanker unit that doesn't attack but reflects all taken damage. I guess that kind of works. Okay, I suppose that kind of works. Let's not get too picky. Doubles the maximum HP of all currently active troops. Okay. All your units and towers have plus 20% chance to crit. Well, we have 2 thieves, so this kind of makes sense to me. More crit. And let's have the defender here. And then he will double his health. He can tank while our thieves kill everything. Hey, Commander Shepard here, thanks for the raid. Yeah, we're checking out this game. It seems pretty fun so far. Another thief. Okay, also mercenary, but I don't think I really need it all that much. Now, I could place him here, next to the farm, to start adding +1 unit. We still have quite a bit of time, so... But I could also just have the archer here, and level up one of these guys. Yeah, let's just have the archer here. And we level up the other thieves. I don't have the 3 level ups this time around. Okay, this might actually be close. I think we might lose a life here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna lose a life. Okay. A Carnage, Mangler, Cemetery. I think that's a reroll. Well, we don't have the Bomber, it's just that the build is not based around the Bomber this time, but Carnage on a Bomber works nicely. Let's level up the Thief. That's my last life, so if we lose another life, that's it. We actually started an amalgamation campaign today. Nice. Okay, another Thief. That's a lot more damage now, wow. That's a lot more damage. Peacetime. Alright, yeah, let's level up the Thief. Yeah, don't forget to pick a Shredder on at least 3 million soldiers, yep. Well, you should definitely prioritize anything with Shredder early on, because it can be a bit of a problem with amalgamation. Anytime you see a Wrecker early on, that's been my rule of thumb in new runs, to be honest. Anytime I see a Wrecker in the first like 2-3 months, I pick a Wrecker, because they are guaranteed to have Shredder. But there are a few others. There's the Saw Gunner that can get Shredder, Marauders can get Shredder. There are some classes with the Chip Away, which is good. Okay, Blacksmith, Wild Card. We can max out the Blacksmith, I guess. Let's do that. So we can expand the Kingdom next. This might actually be close. Yeah, it's actually gonna be close. Man, that Bomber build was insanely good. And also like the Mangler and the Mercenary build were both insanely good. Alright, let's try again. We need something equally good. Leveled up though. Alright, let's try again. Okay, Vault. Yeah, well... Beacon is good, I suppose. Maybe not right away. Grease Castle with its single target attack seems weaker than other starters. Yeah, you're definitely right, it does seem weaker for sure. I agree. Okay, let's grab the Beacon. We just need a good combo. Alright, Archer, Blacksmith, Soldier. Okay, Blacksmith is fine. Start buffing this guy up. Okay, looking good so far. Units attacks apply 1 poison stack to the enemy. Clone the card or the selected plot. Every year adds plus 2% HP to adjacent troops. Well, that would be useful a bit later on. Cards thrown into the pit return 3 times more gold. Okay. This would be good with Gambler, because you get like 2 cards with Gambler, you just can't choose them. Your buildings apply their effects 1 more time. Okay, that seems like a good one, because we got 2 buildings already. Blacksmith and Beacon. So that seems like a good one. And I can place the forest, but I was gonna keep it until a little bit later. Until we can expand maybe here. Okay, let's level up the Beacon. I need more troops to place right here. Between the Blacksmith and the Beacon. I have a dot that is basically Rambo, because he one-hands an LMG and has a shield. Yeah, that's actually not supposed to work. You're not supposed to be able to use a cannon and a shield. But yeah, there might still be combos that allow that, I suppose. Yeah, let's level up the blacksmith. I wasn't very impressed with the paladin because he does 0 damage, so I don't really like that. Okay, blacksmith. I need another good troop though. Alright. Adds 9 units to the selected troop. Okay, that will do for now. Blessing. Doubles the HP of the card on the target plot, right? This one. That's not ideal, but alright. Let's just add 9 units to the thief. That basically doubled his size. Okay, looking good so far. But we need to scale this up. It cancels the first hit. Yeah, okay, I do like that on something like the thief. So we'll grab that for sure. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to place something there. Vault. Yeah, let's level up the vault. It's still early, so that makes sense. Okay, King of Blood. Right, let's level up the vault. Yeah, this game definitely has that, like, one more run feeling, for sure. Okay, you are definitely right about, like, the King of Greed's castle being weaker. Imp, Carnage, Sacrifice. Don't really want any of those, so let's reroll that. That's not really much better. That's not really better. I guess I'll take Carnage. I need a troop to place over here. Spend 30 gold to increase every stat of a troop or a tower by 15%. Okay. We will get a merchant soon, so hopefully then I can buy something. Because I need more troops to place. Yeah, you're right, thieves are weak against AoE. Poison Vial, Orchard, Forest. Creates roots that trap enemies, 3 roots per level. I'll grab Poison Vial. So, what can we buy? It's all buildings. Yeah, Architect. That's not great, I was really counting on some units, but alright. Library. Well, I would need expansion first, but that might actually be worth it later on. I might just buy that scout tower to have something defensive, because we might actually lose here if I don't get something to attack with. So scout tower kind of makes sense. Yeah, in our current situation, that kind of makes sense. Now, I don't want it here, because that's the tile with the prophecy. It's kind of a bad one, but okay. Okay, hopefully that will help. The scout tower is actually pretty decent. And I didn't want to lose. We already lost 1 life, okay? Alright, I don't think I wanted to be picky, so I'm just gonna grab the soldier here and place him in the middle. I don't want to waste time here. And we wanted to buff him up. So we want to grab this. next to the beacon. Or this, next to the blacksmith. One is plus 2% attack speed, well, plus 4, and we do have overwork. One is attack speed and the other one is attack damage. Alright, so place the soldier here to start buffing him up. Yeah, that's still not scaling as well as I would have liked, but we got really unlucky with the troops early on. Gonna lose a life here. Okay, I'll grab the bomber. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Not a great matchup. There are some good combos that would work, it's just that I didn't get the right cards to set them up. We will be fine here, but it's actually pretty close. Okay, let's level up the soldier. Increases the attack of all your units and towers by 30%. I will actually take that. Alright, let's level this guy up. He's gonna be close. This tower is actually saving me for now. Yep. It's actually saving me for now. Carnage, Cemetery, Palace. Okay. Let's reroll. Mangler. Don't really have a good setup for the Mangler. Not really. Reroll again. Destroy target plot to level up adjacent plots. Okay, these are all kind of bad. I'm just gonna level up the palace. I don't think I'll be taking advantage of this prophecy. It's a bad tile for it. Alright. Clone, Orchard, Procreate. So adds 9 units to the selected troop. I'll take that, for sure. And I think we'll add 9 to the thief. Okay. Okay, King of Nothing again. Yeah, that one's not a problem. It's the King of Blood that's a bigger problem here. For us, at least, right now. Okay, soldier again. Yeah, let's max him out. There you go. Greed Rebellion. Well, not anymore. Okay, Thief. Yep, let's level him up. Definitely. They're doing most of our damage. At least so far. Yeah, when there's no AoE used against us, they're wrecking shit. So Blacksmith, I can still max that out. We could grab an Archer. Let's grab an Archer. Attack speed should be good for an Archer too. Right, expansion mode. So probably here next to the Blacksmith. Okay, Archer. We might still be fine. Okay, King of Nature. So that's fine. Okay, we wrecked him. Palace, Boar. Can be mounted by adjacent troops. So, wait, we could mount the bombers. But we could mount the soldier. That probably makes sense. For each 1 HP it has, increases rider's stats by 1. Or I'll just take Procreate. This is definitely a good one. I mean, if you build a farm, that adds a +1 per year. I guess per level. But the board sounds kind of hilarious. Nah, let's get Procreate. And just get more thieves. There you go. We got 45 now. I just got an achievement, actually. Get 40 thieves in a single plot. Nice. Okay. We can try to get some more gold here. We still do have the vault, but this is year 21. Let's get the enchantment. Merchant's cards cost half the price. Your buildings apply their effect one more time, again. Or increases the attack of all your units and towers by 30%. Okay, I think since we're already on like year 21, plus 30% attack makes more sense than overwork. Okay. So, enchantment. Okay, King of Blood. Will we kill him? Yes, we will. I think we will. Yep, okay, we will. Nice. That one was a lot closer than the others, though. A lot closer. Vampirism, yep, definitely take that. Definitely. So that might make more sense on the soldier. He's presumably more tanky. But the thieves are like a lot more enchanted at this point. They have a lot more enchants. Health 11.25. Health 35.94. But 52 damage, so units attacks heal for 25% of the damage it dealt. And these guys do a lot of damage. Okay, we'll get a stack. This is where having a library next to that stack of thieves would be nice. Look at all this damage the thieves are doing. Pretty good. Okay, the blacksmith is... Actually, it's not maxed out, but we could grab the wild card. Let's get the wild card to max out the thieves. That makes sense. Okay, so I guess we'll make peace with the King of Blood. Because he's been a problem. Let's level up the thieves. They're gonna wreck shit now. Okay, it's looking much better now. Merchant again soon. Okay. I can still play something. Yeah, might be worth just grabbing more thieves, to be honest. Why not? Next to the blacksmith. I think that makes sense. They won't be as good as this stack, but they will still do damage. And we'll take advantage of the blacksmith and the overwork. Okay. So... maybe I should just place the forest over here at this point. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should. Well, there's the merchant. Sage. Okay, with tomes and enchantments. Right. Interesting. So, steel coat. Does that stack? If I get 2 stacks, does that mean it will cancel the first 2 hits? Sounds like it maybe would. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. Carnage, clone. Yeah, let's clone the thieves. And that's enough. Is it enough? Static. That should also work for melee. I'm pretty sure it did previously. I don't have anything that would scale of the amount of gold I have, so there's no reason not to spend it. What's this? Sacrifices all troops adjacent to target. Target plot gains the number of units sacrificed. Interesting. I don't think I want that. Here's another steel code though. So assuming it stacks, that should be really good for our thieves. If I put 2 more on the thief, I assume that would cancel the first 3 attacks. If that's the case, then that's really good. It does look like that's exactly what it will do. Okay, there you go. And let's clone the thief. Alright. And we'll use static as well. And let's just place this forest. Let's go. Holy shit. Look at that damage. Wow. That's actually kind of insane. A bit too late for mercenaries. The archer did 7 damage. Beacon. Okay, we can max out the beacon. The overwork was pretty good, especially that early on. Okay, max out the beacon. Now they're definitely wrecking shit. Look at this damage compared to everything else. Yeah, they're doing vast majority of our damage. Add 9 units. Yep. Works for me. More expansion. Right. Well, we can expand next to the forest, I suppose. Or, well, we could actually expand here and... Can we get the library? Alright, let's expand over here. And procreate. 63 units on this tile now. We only got a few more years before the boss. Oh yeah, they're wrecking shit. Over 7,000 damage from the thieves now. Okay, more thieves for this one. Actually, we should over-invest now. Spend 30 gold to increase every stat of a troop or tower by 15%. Now it makes sense. And over-invest in the thieves. The stonks go up. Yep, thief stonk go up. Oh, they're wrecking shit. More thief stonks. Wildcard, soldier, scout tower. Let's take wildcard. Increases the attack speed of your towers. Receive 1 gold for every 9 allied unit deaths. Okay, I'm gonna reroll this. Sharp blades, yep. Definitely. So over-invest again. Stonks go up. Alright, 170 damage. Will they reach 10,000 in 1 round? They might. Eventually. Yeah, there weren't enough enemies to reach 10,000. A clone, elf. Sure, I'll take clone. So... We're pretty close to the end now, so... Might not be any point leveling up the blacksmith anymore, but I can. Okay, let's just level up the blacksmith. Looks good. Yeah, we're wrecking them now. Oh, there we go. 10,000 damage from that one thief. Alright. So the beacon is maxed. Ironically, the palace is actually not maxed, but do I even care? Not really. Not really. So, a last merchant. With the troops. Which I don't really need. Yeah, I don't really need any of these. I mean, I can take the scapegoat or something. I can take the boar. Okay, let's buy the boar, I guess. Ballista. Okay. Soldier is maxed. The bomber is doing some okay damage, so we can buy this. Right, so let's place the boar. And I guess we can level up the bomber. And the thief. Alright, we're almost at the end now. That was a fun build right there. That was actually pretty fun. It's fun watching the numbers go brrr. Blacksmith farm soldier. Okay, a bit too late for all of that. Yep, just a little bit. Yep. Alright, let's go. Overinvest, Pog. Alright, so overinvest in thieves again. Thief stonk goes up. Can't use that. Clone the card. I guess we can clone the scout tower or something. Alright, we should reg this guy. Wait, did he just like die instantly? He got insta-deleted by our thieves. Like, I didn't even see when he died. He just got insta-deleted. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Yeah, he was instantly gone. Okay, well, that was good. Level 2. King of Nature unlocked. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Build buildings, level up plots. Okay, let's try King of Nature. Creates healing area on the ground. We saw this, we saw clone. So boar. Creates roads that trap enemies. Ranged sniper always attacks the most distant target. Procreate was good. Poison vial. Okay. So not a lot of troops here. Mycelium visually affects battlefield the more turns it grows. Creates a healing area on the ground, alright. Oh yeah, that's like the palace actually, interesting. Okay, so I guess I can have it here. A boar, trained, poison vial. Alright, well, just level up the base, I suppose. Wait, does it have an attack? Oh, okay, it's... Wait, does it actually? No, it doesn't. Okay, so this thing doesn't actually attack at all. Yeah, makes sense. Bomber Mangler. Okay, early Mangler would be good, but I don't really have anything to go with it. So I might have to grab the bomber here. Because if I get the Mangler, I have nothing that can do damage. So let's just take the bomber. For now. The bomber doesn't exactly need any healing, however, so that's a bit of an anti-synergy right there. Yeah. But hey, we can have mounted bombers. Okay. Yeah, I need something that can do damage reliably, so I'll just take the elf. Otherwise, we'll just lose. Yep. Okay. We might still lose here. He's alive though. Might be close. Epic battle. Oh, okay, we won, just barely. Definitely need to improve our sustain here. Fast and aggressive troops with many small units. We can just level up the bomber, I guess. Alright, let's just level up the bomber. Okay. This might be a reroll. Turns enemies into rats, fighting for you. So I never tried this one. I guess we can try it. Receive free procreate cards immediately. So that's +9 troop. Receive 99 gold coins. Let's take fertility. Yeah, so I can add 27 units to the selected troop. I guess I could add 27 to the elf and then give them poison. That probably makes sense. They always attack the most distant target. Okay. Alright, let's just recruit more. There you go, that's a lot. So the bombers will deal with the front line and the elves will deal with the back line, at least for now. We can pick up vampirism. That makes sense. Now I just need more stuff to deal with the front line more reliably than a single stack of bombers. But yeah, that's already working fairly well. Executioner. Overhaul. Let's get the Trint, I guess. So, Blessing. What is it this time? It doubles the damage of the card on the target plot. Okay, that is a good one. So, right here. Okay, we need something that deals good damage here. Yeah, Vampire Elf Archers. Yep. Pretty much. Poison Vial, Orchard. Summons a fighting spore every 5 seconds in battle. Spores accumulate every battle. Let's try that. I haven't tried that actually. Probably back here. Okay, wow, the elves are wrecking shit. They wrecked the backline. Okay. Yeah, definitely wanted to work on them more. Unit's first hit is always critical. Okay, that would definitely be good for a unit that always targets the backline. So I'll take that. Okay, choose a king to wage war against. Okay. King of Stone. So let's use precision. Yeah, looking good. A Carnage, Demon's Altar, Cemetery. I think I'll reroll that. A Vampirism again, okay. Mangler. Imp. I'll take Vampirism. So which tile was it with the blessing? Yeah, this one. We'll need something here. But that can wait. Here, more vampirism. More vampire elves. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job so far. Okay, Executioner. So they always attack the enemy with the lowest health. Alright, let's not be too picky, I'll just grab these guys. A thief, okay. Kind of tempting, but do I need even more units that will automatically attack the backline? Yeah, we have the elf, so that seems unnecessary. We don't need 2 units that will do the exact same job. Builds traps that inflict damage, and trigger the traps accumulate between battles. Warlock does area damage. Yeah, Warlock might be good because the elves do single target damage. We do have the bombers, but I don't really want to rely on them. Not when our build is not based around them. So let's take the Warlock, yeah. Okay, and we'll have the Warlock here on the Prophecy tile. That doubles the damage on the card, on the target plot. So Warlock goes here. Alright? So, well, I can still have the Executioner up. When is the next expansion? Oh yeah, next year, okay. I guess I can just put down the boar here. Alright, let's go with that. Just watch your Uber Warlock episode, 11 armor and the Chosen is crazy. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Okay, this is working well so far. Bomber sacrifice, vampirism again. Okay, well, vampirism on Warlock would probably be good. So I'll take that. A library would be good. So, where do I want to expand? I could expand next to the boar. That probably makes sense. Okay, vampirism. Okay, looking good. The elf. Procreate. Yeah, let's level up the elf. They're only level 1 and they're doing a really good job. So level him up. Yeah, their attack speed is actually really low. So they're single target and they have a slow attack speed. But they do pretty good damage. Carnage, Mangler, Sacrifice. Well, I can just pop Carnage on the Bomber, I suppose. All your units and the towers have plus 20% chance to deal critical damage. Gambling. Do we go gambling again? Nah, I'm just gonna go Fertility. That was a good one. Yeah, Fertility was really good. Now, I could use Fertility on the Warlock, because I don't want to put like all my eggs in one basket, which is the elf. They definitely have their weaknesses. So getting more Warlocks might be a good idea. I'll just have to level them up afterwards. But they're barely doing anything right now, so... I could just, yeah, get more bombers. That makes sense too. You know what? Let's actually get more bombers. You're right. Can I not? Okay, I can. How many is that? 30 and 33. Here, okay, that's good. Can't go wrong with more bombs. So far, this is working pretty well. It's a very strange combo. But, I mean, it works on paper. The bombers deal with their front line, the elves deal with the back line. Yeah. So, okay, precision. So I assume if I have more than one precision, that will make multiple first hits always critical. Yeah, that's definitely good for elves, because they do a ton of damage, but they have a relatively slow, like, attack speed, it seems. Yeah, we'll grab that. That's good. Can the bomber crit? A good question. I'm not sure. Okay, the bombers are doing a lot more damage now. Flamethrower, Trapper, Ballista. Okay. I might reroll this. But we could get the Trapper. So, those traps do like friendly fire damage? I hope not. Let's reroll. Earthworks. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab that. That's a no-brainer, actually. There, and remove that. Might actually place the converter. Yeah, let's try the converter. I wanted to see how that's gonna work. So that turns enemies into rats fighting for you. Okay, looks good. Elf again. Yeah, let's max him out. That makes sense. He's doing most of the work so far. There you go. That's max level. Okay, that was definitely closer, but we still won. Vampirism, Cemetery, Demon's Altar. So, I mean, I could place the Cemetery next to the Bomber. That kind of makes sense. Because it's not an if an adjacent unit dies in that case, it's when. They are guaranteed to die. That's their job. So I suppose we can do that. Okay, let's do that. That is a pretty funny combination. Overhaul Labrad Defender. So destroy target plot to level up to random plots. Yeah, I'm actually gonna destroy this converter thing, I think. Yeah. And expansion. We can grab the tile next to the cemetery. Okay, that's good. This is definitely working pretty well so far. Okay, clone. Orchard. I'm just gonna take clone. And then we could max out the bomber. Okay, let's just max out the bomber. Makes sense. Alright. Labrad Reinforced Overhaul. Unit gains plus 1% damage whenever any plot levels up. So I would grab Overhaul, but I don't really have anything I would want to destroy, unless I destroy the boar. But we might get something to destroy later. Okay, Fertility. Summons are 50% stronger, so that would be the imps. That might actually make sense. Okay, that might actually make sense, because the bombers are guaranteed to die, therefore we get imps, and then imps would be 50% stronger. The other option would be gunpowder. But I think I want to try Warhorns. Let's try Warhorns, see how that works out. Okay, let's just pop this guy next to the cemetery. Night, Pinky. Thanks for coming. Alright, looks good. So, adds 9 units. Yep, I'll take that. And we can add more bombers. More bombers, more imps. Yep. More bombers. Let's go. I really like some of these combinations. That's a reroll. Okay, well, I guess I'll just level up the Executioner. Alright. There you go. Poison Vial, Elf Clone. Well, our elf is maxed out. I suppose I could clone like the boar or something. Or just grab Poison Vial. Give them another stack. Yeah. There you go. Another merchant is coming. If you piece out with the king, you no longer get their cards. Yeah, you're right, actually. Tanker unit that doesn't attack but reflects all damage taken. Okay, reroll. A Carnage. Combustion. A Steel Coat. Okay. Yeah, let's get Steel Coat and give it to the bombers. And I guess we can take Precision as well. I can still afford one more. Vampirism? Or Carnage. Okay, Carnage. To buff up our bombers. They are doing a lot of damage. So, Steel Coat to make them like more likely to survive. To actually get to their target and blow up. Carnage. Precision for the elf. We can level up the Executioner, alright. Yeah, 90% of the Balak line got deleted almost immediately. A wall maker, yes, let's get the wall. Hopefully we won't need it, but we can definitely get that. There you go, we got the wall. Looking pretty good so far, and we're slowly getting close to the end here. Okay, let's level up the boar, I guess. And there's the Kingdom expansion. So, I don't particularly care about any specific tiles anymore. Maybe like this one. It depends on what I want to try getting at this stage. Let's grab this one. Does the wall do anything without towers? Well, it stops... you're right, it wouldn't do much without towers and without our palace having an attack. So you're right, actually. Hey, I could use Overhaul now and get rid of it. I only need... okay, we don't need 3 more level ups, so we can actually use Overhaul, because you're right. We don't have anything that does damage from the inside. Our palace doesn't do damage, we don't have any towers. So we can just use Overhaul on it. There. And now everything is maxed out. Alright. Trebuchet. Oh yeah, sure, now we get something that could attack. Let's reroll this. Adds +2 damage. Yeah, okay, bro. Well then, I guess I'll just place one of these. Let's get the flamethrower. Whenever any unit is added to any plot, add 1 extra unit. Summons are 50% stronger. Yeah, let's get Warhorns again. Now we got 2 stacks of Warhorns. Okay, so I guess we'll just place the flamethrower. Alright. Okay, not too impressed with any of that. But I suppose we can place the converter. This looks like it should be enough to kill the king or whatever. Okay, procreate. Do we want to buy something? I can only afford one card. Spire might actually still be alright. Yeah, let's grab the Spire. Might still come in handy. So, do we just add 9 to bombers? Remember, the more bombers we get, the more imps we'll have. And our imps are 100% stronger. So I guess that makes sense. Place the Spire. And then we can use Overhaul to level them up. Alright. Quarry, Ballista, Cauldron. Okay. Okay, looking good. Final assault. So now we can use Overhaul on the Mycelium. There you go, that will level up basically almost everything. And same thing with the Cauldron. Okay, everything is maxed. It shouldn't be a problem here. He didn't get insta-deleted like the last guy, but he still got deleted. There you go. Nice. Alright. I guess we could do one more. Okay, let's do one more. We can do King of Blood. Alright. Bomber. Well, hey, I won't say no to bombers. Good night, Marbozir and Alex. Okay, blacksmith. Maybe we'll do a bomber run again. We'll see. Depends on what we get. Okay, farm. So +1 unit. Heck yeah, this early on, sure. Maybe we will do a bomber run. So far it is a bomber run. Alright. A thief. Yeah, okay, that will synergize nicely. The bombers will kill the front line, the thieves will kill the back line. So the thief can go here, between the farm and the blacksmith. Alright. Carnage. So, Demon's Altar. Summons one demon per level. For each dead ally grows permanently 0.5% stronger. So this makes sense with bombers, because the bombers will die. That's their job. So, makes sense to get this early. Doubles the maximum quantity. Okay, doubles critical damage. Gambling. Maybe we'll try gambling again? Okay, let's try gambling again. It can be useful for gold. Yeah, we'll place the demon's altar. Yeah, need cemetery too, you're right. We definitely don't need cemetery too. Alright, well, there's another thief, so level him up. Level up our castle. So far we're deleting them. Okay, blessing. What will we get? If you have 20 gold or less by the year of the prophecy, multiplies your gold by 9. Interesting. So we need to have 20 gold or less. Alright, that's interesting. We'll see about that. Okay, farm. I would have to place it here, which would be a bit awkward. But, well, no, we'll just level up our existing farm, I guess. Alright. There you go. Yeah, preferably not 0, exactly. Multiplying 0 times 9 would not be very helpful, to say the least. A vault? Okay, it's still early enough. Although, yeah, the vault is anti-synergy with this blessing. So that's kind of awkward. Yeah, that's literally an anti-synergy. Not too happy about that. Yeah, I actually do not want that. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. There will be a merchant in a few years. But we're nowhere close to the blessing. Yeah, there are like 7 or 6 years between the merchant and the actual prophecy. Choose a king to wage war against. Okay. Well, I don't have a lot of these cards memorized yet, but for us here... King of Spells would be good if we can get some good enchants in the library. Okay, let's go King of Spells. Alright, Scout Tower, Vault. Well... Mercenary. I don't think I'll be using the mercenary, so let's just... Yeah, here's the thing, if I sell things... We are getting a merchant in 2 years. Okay, let's just sell the mercenary. Once we get to the merchant, we probably want to buy, like, as much as we can. And then I'll need to use a bunch of rerolls if I want to stay below 20 gold. Wizard, Shaman, Scout Tower, Vault. Right, buffs allies attack damage based on its own damage. So that should work for bombers and for thieves as well. That's definitely a good one, I think. That should be a good one. Based on its own damage, so that makes sense with the blacksmith. Okay, so over here. I need more space. We are getting it soon, but not yet. Cast powerful attacks at a slow rate. Well, could have that here. Next to the farm. Okay, sure, let's just have the wizard next to the farm. Alright. So, we got 108. Warlock. I think this is a reroll. Okay, let's reroll. Wizard. Alright, we can get the wizard to level him up. The scapegoat was interesting, but it didn't seem to be that great if you kill things too quickly. Because it's a backline unit and it has to be killed. If you kill everything really quickly, then, well, it's not gonna do anything because it won't die. But let's take the wizard. Yep, and then that's 68 more. So reroll. I think that's a reroll. Okay, reroll, and then we can spend 45. Bomber, okay, we'll level up the bomber. That makes sense. Right here. Okay, and that way we have 3 gold left. We just need to stay below 20, but as close to 20 as possible. Like, if I have 1 gold left, that's not useful. So, level up the bomber. Level up the wizard, I guess. Or no, level up the blacksmith. No, the blacksmith is actually maxed out. Okay. I could have a second blacksmith over here. Would that work on the demon's altar? It works on constructions. So, yeah, I assume it would. So let's just have the blacksmith over here. Alright. We're about to expand our kingdom, but I need to get rid of something. Okay, looks good. So I probably want this tile next to the maxed out blacksmith. Yep. Okay. So now again, we want to stay below 20, but as close to 20 as possible. Let's just max out the bomber and level up the altar. Alright. Wild card. I like that. Let's max out the thief. Or the farm, actually. It's still gonna be quite useful. Alright, I don't like the paladin, but I don't want to sell that yet. There are actually limited ways to spend gold, like mostly rerolls, if you don't have the merchant. I suppose I could still place the scout tower next to the blacksmith here. Okay, fine, let's just do that. It will still benefit from the blacksmith. Okay, looking good. That was the maximum HP of all currently active troops. Bombers have their attack range area doubled. Okay, well, I'm taking fireworks. Yep. Fireworks it is. Max out the thief. Yeah, so... 2 more years. It's gonna get a little bit tricky here. I'll just have to spend it on rerolls. Warlock. Static. I guess that should work. Used that before. So +1 chain per stack. So in theory that should be good on something like a wizard with strong attack but slow attack rate because of the chain. Alright. Well, I need to sell something. This prophecy is actually not that good. Yeah, I don't think it's actually that good. You need to play around it a bit too much. Okay, this is like the last year. So I need to have like less than 20, which I don't think I can anymore. I actually can't anymore. Yeah, this prophecy is actually not that good. You need to play around it way too much. And the benefit is not good enough. I shouldn't have played around it at all. Okay, well, I need to sell these guys. Yeah, it's really bad with gambling. Gambling is basically a huge anti-synergy because I can't spend my money to reroll. So, it was actually basically impossible to do. It was actually literally impossible to do this with gambling. Because there's nothing I can do to spend my money except spend it at the merchant. But there were still 2 more years between the merchant and the prophecy. And I had no way to, like, not make money during that time. Anyway, let's level up the shaman. Unit causes area damage equal to 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. Yeah, so get that on the bomber. There you go. Alright. When is the next expansion? Right here. Okay, because I really need it by now. I don't think I need sacrifice all that much, but I could destroy the blacksmith. That would only level up 2 adjacent plots. So that might or might not make any sense. Don't need the imp. Don't think I'll need the warlock either. Alright, give me that expansion. I need more space. We're still killing them pretty easily. Okay, so we could grab this tile next to the farm. It's a max level farm. It's year 19. We still have a fair bit of time. So that makes sense. Speaking of farms. Yeah, I wasn't super impressed with the paladin because he doesn't do any damage. So not really sure if I want him. At the same time, we do have a lot of damage dealers. So maybe it's fine. And he didn't have a lot of troops, so in theory that would be good with the farm. Okay, yeah, only 3 dudes. When is the next merchant? Right here, so not quite close yet. Okay. Offering, okay. So destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Alright, I could destroy the paladin then. Yep, okay, let's do that. Over-invest, that was a good one. Overhaul. And clone. Okay. Interesting. So We could pop the Warlock down here. Over-invest into either the Bomber or the Thief. Probably the Thief. Alright. And the Clone. The Blacksmith still kind of makes sense. We still have like 10 years left. So level up the Blacksmith. Don't need this. Gambling is definitely trickier when you can't pick your cards. Alright. Receive it. Okay, so I assume outsourcing would do nothing, because I can't reroll. So I assume this would do literally nothing at all. All active allied troops are replaced with level 3 imps. Yeah, I don't think I want that. I'm gonna reroll these. Okay, these are really not good for me. Loan. Okay, gold. Summon. Okay, these are also not that good for me. Doubles the maximum HP of all currently active troops. Okay, that's obviously useless for bombers, but it's good for everything else. I'll take that. Okay, when the troop kills, there's 2% chance to receive 1 gold. Alright, I'll take that. On the Thief. Yeah, but you can't enter the shop anytime you want. Only when there's an actual merchant. So that was the problem with the prophecy. You can only enter the merchant when you're right here. Not just anytime you want. Alright, let's just level up Warlock and Wizard. Yeah, true. More health is still useful for them, because they still need to survive long enough. Okay, do I really care here? I don't think I need anything from King of Greed anymore, or do I? Not really. So, okay, Blacksmith. It still makes sense to max it out. Yep. Alright. We still got a little bit of space coming, but need to wait a few years. It's looking good so far, though. Okay, max out the Warlock. I don't think I'll be using Mortgage. I suppose I could destroy the tower and replace it with something else, like the Shaman. Yeah, the Shaman would probably be more useful right now. Or I can, yeah, I can actually max out my existing one. But that tower is not really doing much. We can replace it with something more useful. Yeah, and here's the merchant. So this is the last merchant now. Let's see. None of these are that great. Whatever I buy, it would have to go here, next to the blacksmith. And we got... how many years is this? Like 5? Gains plus 1% attack speed for each 1 gold you receive. So not the gold you have, the gold you receive. Yeah, let's reroll, I think. Interesting. That's not really super useful. I mean, the forest would be kind of useful because I can still expand my kingdom, let's say here or here. So that would be somewhat useful, but there won't be a whole lot of time for it to do its job. I think the spire would be the most useful thing I can buy. That's actually what I'm thinking. Okay, let's buy the spire. That's still 147 gold. So the spire doesn't have to be here. It can be anywhere. If I reroll, okay, that's gonna be 107. I'll grab the forest. So the next one will cost, okay, 60. I can reroll once and then still buy one more card. We can still max out the Demon's Altar, so that kind of makes sense. Alright, that's good enough. That's good enough. So max that out, max out the Shaman. I'm keeping the forest. We still have wild card. Okay. Everything is mostly maxed. Okay, everything is maxed right now. Okay. Yeah, I wish I had slightly more space here. I suppose the spire could still go here. It doesn't matter that much. And we can level it up. Alright, that's fine. Good enough. Yeah, we're still winning pretty easily here. Okay, bomber, but that's not really useful. Oh sure, now I get the cemetery. Now it's a little bit too late, but I can still place it. Still, I think the forest makes more sense, because I can't place the cemetery next to the bomber. So, yeah, the forest makes more sense. We can place it here or here, probably here. Okay, we're about to get the expansion. How's the game going? It's a pretty fun game. I like it. I will almost definitely play more. We had some pretty fun combos. I like all the potential combinations you can have in this game. So let's grab this, and we'll place the forest here, I think. Yep. There you go. So I don't need that. Let's see how this goes. We're still winning pretty easily here. Alright. A wild card, nice. So I think we'll use it for the spire. There you go. Sell this guy. Yeah, the bomb squad was a fun one. But we have had a few other fun combos as well. Okay, none of these are useful right now, so reroll. All your units and towers have plus 20% chance to deal critical damage. Yep, that's a good one. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yep, deleted. The healing tower is actually doing quite a bit. Destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. Do I want to do that? Okay, I could destroy one of the blacksmiths at this point. It's not like I really need it anymore. So that's an idea. I could just destroy this forest as well. Okay, what the heck? Let's destroy the forest. Over-invest, nice. And wildcard. Okay, wildcard won't do anything right now, but over-invest is nice. We'll use that on the thief. So start boast. And I suppose I can just place the warlock. I don't really have anything better to do anymore. He won't do much, but, well, he will do something. Oh yeah, one more merchant. That's the last one. Carnage, Steel Code. Okay, Steel Code for the bombers, so that they actually survive long enough. And the Carnage for the bombers. And I'm 3 gold short. Alright. Good enough. Wow, the warlock did a lot there. More than I expected, actually. Okay. Don't need that, don't need that. Last wave and then the boss. I think we got it. Yeah, we got it easily, I think. Okay, and not much else I can do here. Pretty balanced damage across most of these things. The warlock actually did the most, but the demon's altar is doing decent damage. Heck, the wizard is doing okay-ish. The other warlock also did like 4.8k, and I only just placed this guy, so... I thought he's not gonna do much, but he's actually done a lot. Oh yeah, we got Carnage again, right? Here you go. Alright, boss time. Let's go. Should be easy. Yep, oh, we deleted him. We pretty much deleted him. Almost 12,000 damage from the bombers. Alright. Did we level up? Yep. Did we unlock anything? Not yet. 78 out of 99. Okay, need to level up a lot more plots. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for today then. But this is quite a fun game. I liked it quite a lot after a few hours. I will probably play more. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Bye bye, have a good one.